Let's do it.
Flashy forms mean nothing when a world-class striker comes forward, and after a few brutal exchanges, even the Kung Fu master had to admit he was completely out of his league. In the next clip, a YouTuber decided to call out UFC fighter Sean Strickland.
Last night he says, just know you're not going to have a good time. I've warned you 5 times. How tall are you? Hope you're man-sized.
I tried to ignore this mother for like a month, dude.
Dude, it was God being like, these two need to be in each other's lives.
If God is real, bro, you're about to meet the one that lives down there.
What?
It didn't take long before he found out that stepping in with a guy like Sean was a big mistake.
Oh my, nope, good, nope, yeah, be a man, be a man. If you run away, it's gonna be worse.
Okay.
It's all right, yes.
Just accept it.
In the next clip, UFC fighter Carlos Condit was leading an MMA seminar for U.S. soldiers. One of them thought it would be a good idea to test him in a sparring match. He quickly realized why stepping up to a professional fighter is never a smart move.
So, which one of y'all lovely soldiers is going to take them down tonight?
I'll take them on. I don't know if I'll take them down, but I'll take them on.
In this clip, a self-declared street fighter shows up at a boxing gym and challenges the head coach, thinking his raw aggression would be enough.
Think I came down here for no reason?
He came here to kick my ass. You came here to kick your coach's ass. Dude, let's go.
But the coach doesn't waste time talking. He completely...
Yeah, mate. He's landed near me. Guess I'm gonna splatter it.
They're shooting at me. I'm recharging my shield. Opponent found and tracked. Watch out, enemy here.
This makes this thing feel more powerful. It did.
Reloaded. First blood. And if I have my way, it ain't gonna be the last. Oi! Get your asses in the ring. Keep shooting at me. Just a stick. Recharging my shield.
And ready to gather intel. Opponent found and tracked. Perfecto. 45 seconds, and we're right next to the ring.
Rings near end, one close for 30. Big up, team. You kill leader. Only thing they're leading is Package on its way. Sweet ass.
Tracker set and ready to gather intel.
Weapons enhanced, Maggie's and sense. Let's go.
Setting a tracker. Hey, Raga, let's go there.
There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Huh. I don't know. Sounds like too much pressure for them. Tracker out.
All right, extra supplies here. Gotta love that.
Locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark.
Weapons enhanced, Maggie's and sense. Let's go.
Tracker out and scanning for enemies.
Reloading.
Steady exchange.
No shield out. Giving my shields a recharge. Hey, I'm getting shot.
Tracker out and scanning for enemies. Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark. Enemy tracked. Reloading. I'm recharging my shield. Getting place.
Just out an enemy.
Join us. Only half the squads are left.
Tracker set. Enemy down. Tracking an enemy. The ambush begin.
I'm getting shot. I've been down.
Bullseye. Killed an opponent. Healing. Tracker's out. Out. Target scanning track.
Pick me up.
1 HP, 1 HP.
I know, yeah, I don't have any more ammo though.
Closing in. Andiamo, ragazzi. 45 seconds. Foul ring. I should probably run.
Okay, here for the follow. I don't know who he is. But arigato.
Tracker out. Arc star out. Lacking an enemy. Nice shot, teammate Banner. Setting up a respawn beacon.
What a go, what a go.
I'm back, feeling joy.
Haha! Here comes Gibraltar! I'm getting shot!
Setting a tracker. Un momento. Tracking an enemy. And let the ambush begin.
Get in here.
I'm going here. Come on.
Give me my shields to recharge.
Took out an enemy. Found another opponent.
You can do this. Taking a knee.
Bullseye. Killed an opponent. Bullseye. Killed an opponent.
There's another squad. Heads up. Haha! You'll never shoot through this.
I'm recharging my shields. The ring closes in 1 minute, but it's right there. Un momento. Gotta heal.
Taking fire, brother. So good, brother. I've been down. Cracked an enemy shield.
He's only white.
45 seconds, and we're right next to the ring. It's broken. 30 seconds until the ring. New kill leader, right here. Un momento. Gotta heal. La ring closes in 10. Nessun problema. Right there. They got me. Look the banner.
GG's, man.
Completely dismantles the guy and gives him a harsh reminder. Street fights don't make you a real fighter. A bodybuilder who thought his muscles were enough to beat a pro wrestler. He quickly learned strength alone wouldn't save him.
How much do you weigh? 240. And how tall are you? 6'2". You think you can take me down? Yeah. Yeah? What's the chance? 1 out of 10? 10. Take down. What's the wall?
In the next clip, streamer Speed challenged UFC fighter Dan Hooker to a fight, thinking it would be all fun and games.
Where? Dan, fight me.
Say less.
But once it started, he paid the price and learned quickly why Dan is called a professional. A Navy SEAL thought he could measure up against UFC fighter Sean Strickland.
I always see like YouTube things. Can you survive a week of Navy SEAL training? And I would like to offer the same, because I don't think there's one Navy SEAL who can survive a week training with me. I'm kind of sick of it. It's like, you guys think that
Here, pals. Locking and landing's one of my specialities. Hang on tight, Newty.
It was obvious he was in way over his head.
I don't want to knock you out. I want to make it quick.
Let's head in that direction, darlings.
A foe landed nearby. I have enhanced my weapon, marking our surroundings.
Beginning ring countdown. New kill leader appointed. Attention. First blood.
Ah, there's a new kill leader. Huh. What now?
The ring's our neighbour, pals, and we've got about a minute to find her. 45 seconds. I got a hooligan over here.
Stick with me. I always find my mark. Getting shot at. Look down on opponent. Leveled up. Time to customize.
Scanning the area.
10 seconds until the ring closes. It's close though.
To our enemy.
Che bello. I'm an upgraded sparrow.
Healing up.
Setting a tracker. Un momento, per favore. Hey, the ring is moving and we're all outside. It's not great. That enemy's being tracked. Put down the opponent.
Calling upon nature's strength. Hostile over there.
I think we could all...
Attention. Delivering care
I took an
package.
enemy's life.
Care package dropping from low orbit.
Let us
Watch out!
catch them up
Opponent there!
Taking a moment to... All Father, give me sight.
Tracker in place. Round up. Enemy tracked.
Let us go straight.
Opening fire. Opponent shield. Reloading.
You're bad for doing that to these kids.
Especially now it's in hand.
Good work. You are secured.
The enemy's position to the map. Non c'è di che. Un momento. Gotta heal.
Spotted a vampire over there.
Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Oh, Newty could use that. Recharging my shields.
I have enhanced my weapon. Glory awaits.
They're shooting at me. on it. Enemy here.
Healing up.
Scanning the area. I cracked an Scottish shield. That entire
¿Qué
squad
pasó, mamá mía?
Half the squads are gone already.
Bien, bien, aquí jugando. ¿Y tú cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Oh, ok.
Recharging my shields.
No, todo bien. Como siempre, tranquilo. Ok, mamá mía, ahí mañana te marco cuando salga del trabajo. Bye. Bye bye, mamá, te amo, bye bye.
Need to find more ammo if I want to keep shooting, and I do.
syringe here. Shield cell here.
Syringe here.
Now, shield cell here.
Round 2.
I've got that evil harvester.
Hope you're ready to fight, because we got an opponent nearby. Maximum level. Maximum level. Upgraded, uplifted, and to no good. Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark.
Frag grenade set. Out of them.
Safety up deployed.
I'm recharging my shield.
Let's see the sight.
Checking an Arc Star.
Broken enemy shield.
Arc Star out.
I downed the hostile.
Syringe closed. Pick me up, pals.
45 too close. Una passeggiata. Oh, you're alright. Dai, tieni duro. Got this.
It wasn't my time.
Medkit here.
Recharging my shield. 30 seconds ago. 60 is an arrow shot away. Thank you.
Enemy here. Maybe I should introduce myself.
Got him. Keep down.
Lay low. I will assist you. Let's go this way.
Care package being delivered.
Arc Star out.
Healing up.
Arc Star out.
Needed sight.
Hold it. Squad one. Setting up an evac tower.
Power module up around here. Amp over here. Let's get here. I need heavy. I'm taking fire.
Shotgun bolt here.
Healing.
Bolt here.
I am raising an evac tower.
Eliminated.
Okay.
And so ends the Champions League.
Shots fired at me.
Another repick me up. Shields recharging.
in sight. They're far. Tracking an enemy.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
I need heavy ammo.
Getting shot at. Reloading. Recharging my shield. Un momento. Gotta heal.
I'm taking fire. Marking ourselves. Hit a minute. Ring is near.
I'm recharging my shields.
Reload the trail to an Scotty. Let us catch them unaware.
Listen up, Rhonda. Close. I'm recharging my shields.
Rhythm.
Oh, we lost one. Setting a tracker.
In possession of our president's banner.
Opponent found and tracked.
Beginning ring countdown.
Reloading. Forming a tracker. Opponent scanned and tracked.
Laser on high.
Tracker out. Bullseye. Enemy tracked.
Recharging my shields.
Take your time. The ring is close, and if there's a hole near it, open it. Taking damage. Reloading.
Less than 1 minute. The ring is not far.
Prism, I'll watch you.
Tracker out. Scanning for enemies. The ring is near and closing in 30. Amici.
We're back. You left us too much. Ring close. Care package over there. Care package over there.
No.
Oh, Father, give me strength. I need heavy ammo.
Why didn't they walk with me?
Quick! Got 2 more rounds.
Next up, YouTuber KSI steps onto the mat with MMA legend Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, thinking he could hold his own in a jiu-jitsu match.
He's a little bit smaller than me.
That means shit.
So I think I've got a bit more of a chance. Bit more of a chance this time.
Demetrius doesn't hold back. This was never a fair match. KSI finds that out the hard way.
Yo. Oh, see you, dumbass. You're better off. Look at this, man. Go. Okay. There it is.
Wait.
I want this way. Let's go this way.
What kind of choke is this?
Triangle choke. Oh my god. It's gonna hurt a little bit, but you'll be fine. Here it goes. You good?
An internet troll thought it would be a good idea to challenge former kickboxing world champion Andrew Tate. But once the fight started, he quickly realized he was in way over his head.
I see you fighting people. What's your life goal here?
Well, I'm here to knock out.
I'm an old man. You should beat me up.
I will. I intend on doing that.
When I say fight, touch gloves. Box.
Come on, fucking throw a punch, man.
Oh, fuck.
One, two.
Oh. Oh.
One,
Oh.
two. I believe in you. Good. One, two, three.
That troll wasn't the only one to underestimate a pro. UFC fighter Sean O'Malley got challenged by an influencer for a sparring match. Just like before, it was clear that amateurs don't stand a chance against real fighters.
You're playing it with me.
Pick your knee up. Pick your knee up.
My mother always said, don't lose I don't plan on letting her down.
A self-proclaimed street fighter challenged an MMA pro to some light sparring. Once it started, he ignored the rules and went way too hard. The response was a painful reminder of what happens when you test a real fighter.
Job master here. You're in good hands. I always hit my mark. Lie like an arrow. Tossing frag. Reloading. Using a Phoenix kit.
Challenge former boxing world champion Sonny Evans.
I never will boxing vlog. I know that I'm a strong man. A lot of fighters refused to fight against me. A lot of UFC fighters refused. I contacted everyone.
Took down a couple.
Followed was
Then
a
he threw
one-sided
crack.
beatdown that shut down all the talk in seconds.
Recharging my shields.
Expected question during a press conference.
Second question I have for you today, man, is
Over here.
when you do get knocked out, are you
Bullseye.
gonna retire?
Enemy tag.
Broken enemy shield.
It,
I'm spotted. Taking fire. Sending engage. Let's go.
Nate doesn't let things slide, and neither does his team. After the event, they went looking for Neon. The tough guy act, then
I leveled up. Which upgrades do I want? in the next room. Time for a gelato?
None of the doors open. I
Cracker
was gonna
scanning.
smash the
I
door.
know. You couldn't smash a door. You don't run into a parking garage when
Che
it's
bello.
happening.
Ah, I'm
Listen
an
to
upgraded
what I
Spano.
told you. That is why I sat next to you and told you. That is why I told you when we were walking. That is why when you sat down and asked me to show you what's gonna happen.
Got an enhanced
That's why I
weapon.
showed you
Ready
exactly
to
what
use
was
it.
gonna happen.
There's a new kill leader.
Exactly like I told
For now.
In the next clip, an internet troll spent his time mocking an amateur boxer online.
You saw like an Instagram reel of me. He said, "Dude, you're fighting again."
Enhance my weapon. Seems strong.
What's going on, man?
Just give me my shield every time.
He be beating on the
There's a
roof.
Tracker set. Enemy locations are on your map.
Once they touched
Stick with
gloves,
me.
the troll
I always
quickly
find my
learned
mark.
what it means to face a real fighter.
Heavy arsenal here. These hit hard. Perfect for making a mess. Setting a gateway.
This light one.
Wait, care package over there. My ultimate's ready to go. Enhance my weapon.
Everything is green.
Undefeated street fighter steps up to
It's getting for enemy. They're shooting at me.
confidence in
Mirror heals.
Next up, a 300-pound It didn't take long to show him the technique every time.
Kill leader
Locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark. Reloading. Last target. That squad is permanently benched.
Right after that, a body his life.
Stick with me.
Would be enough.
I always find my mark.
Quickly found out it wasn't.
Got an evac tower. Big bad here. Go on, get to that void nexus. Using a void nexus. AJJ heading this way.
Now we've got another street fighter stepping into an MMA gym. This time, he picks the smallest guy in the room for a sparring match.
I teach the adult boxing class Tuesday and Thursday nights, and I was teaching my class. I was the odd man out, so I was like just hitting the bag, and then this guy walks in with his girlfriend, and then he proceeds to go, "I would beat you the down." And I was like, "Well, gloves on, and then we can go in the ring if you want." He takes off his shirt and does like 2 push-ups.
Tracker down. Out.
Push-ups. He did like 2 push-ups.
Target scanned and
I
tracked.
need optics for a master.
No way, he got me.
Fall back. Taking a ride for the void next too.
Huitzilopochtli. Huitzilopochtli.
About where our enemies are hiding. Check them out. In and over there.
Seriously. Reloading.
Just give my shield a massage. You done good, Doc. Come on back now. Tossing a frag. We're knocked off. Putting out a
Recharging my shields. Cover.
No.
I hope, for your sake, that wasn't supposed. Go there.
Is not just the most important god in the Aztec pantheon. He is the reason the entire empire existed in the first place. The Mexica people believed they were his chosen people, and Tenochtitlan, their capital, was built specifically in his honor. His name means something close to Hummingbird of the South, and his origin story sets the tone for everything the Aztecs believed about power and survival. According to tradition, he was born fully armed from his mother Quetzalcoatl after she was miraculously impregnated by a ball of feathers. And within seconds of being born, he grabbed his weapon, a serpent made of fire, and used it to kill his sister, Coyolxauhqui, whose dismembered body was hurled down a mountain. His 400 brothers tried to kill him next. He destroyed them too. That story was not just myth. It was reenacted in stone. The Templo Mayor in Tenochtitlan was rebuilt and expanded 7 times, and at its base sat a massive circular stone carved with Coyolxauhqui's broken body, directly below Huitzilopochtli's shrine. So every sacrifice made above her would recreate his birth. According to Spanish colonial accounts, at the temple's dedication in 1487, the number of sacrifices was staggering, though historians note those figures are heavily disputed. Warriors who died in battle were believed to reincarnate as hummingbirds in his service. The sun needed blood to rise each morning. Without Huitzilopochtli, there was no sun. Without the sun, there was nothing. Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl is one of the oldest gods in all of Mesoamerica, worshipped centuries before the Aztec Empire even existed, and his name tells you exactly what he looks like. Feathered serpent, a massive snake wrapped in the iridescent green feathers of the Quetzal bird. He governed wind, knowledge, learning, and the planet Venus in its role as the morning star, and Aztec astronomers tracked Venus's 584-day cycle with remarkable precision because of his connection to it. He was one of the 4 creator gods responsible for shaping the current world, and in one of the most important myths in the pantheon, he descended into the underworld, gathered the bones of previous humans, mixed them with his own blood, and created the people of the current age.
We're in this together,
His
amici.
temples were notably circular, since wind has no corners to catch on. He was also the patron of is that he sailed east across the sea, promising to return, and that this prophecy was later tangled up with the arrival of the Spanish in 1519. Most modern historians
This weapon is so beautiful than before.
Need some help here.
we lost one.
Attention.
It's just you and me now.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Already in the next ring? Time for a gelato? Kidding. Sort of. Broken. Took down an opponent. And there's another one down. Tossing frag. Bullseye. Target scanned and tracked. Opponent here, guns up.
No.
Enemy here.
Consider
I
that
threw my ears in
connection
this shit.
a post-conquest invention rather than genuine Aztec belief, but the story has proven nearly impossible to separate from his legacy regardless. Tezcatlipoca. If Quetzalcoatl represents order and creation, Tezcatlipoca is everything chaotic, dark, and inevitable that balances him. His name means smoking mirror, and he carried one, a disc of polished obsidian that could reveal the sins, the secrets, and the fate of anyone who dared look into it. He ruled the night sky, sorcery, conflict, and change, and he was arguably the most feared deity in the entire pantheon because his power had no clear limits. He and Quetzalcoatl are eternal rivals, and according to the creation myth of the Five Sons, they destroyed and rebuilt the world multiple times in their conflict. Tezcatlipoca ruled the first sun before Quetzalcoatl knocked him out of the sky. One of his most distinctive features is a missing foot, torn off by the primordial earth monster Cipactli during the creation of the world, replaced in imagery by the smoking mirror itself, or sometimes by a snake. He had no single fixed personality, appearing across sources as a trickster, a destroyer, a kingmaker, and a punisher of the proud. He went by many names: Yodel, Titlacawan, the enemy of both sides, each describing a different face of the same terrifying force. He could grant immense wealth and power, but extracting anything from Tezcatlipoca always came at a cost. Tlaloc. Tlaloc is one of the oldest gods in all of Mesoamerica. His distinctive goggle-eyed, fanged iconography appears at Teotihuacan, a city that predates the Aztec Empire by roughly 1,000 years, showing up consistently from around 100 CE onward. He controlled rain, lightning, floods, and drought, which meant he held the power of life and death over every farmer in the empire. A good harvest was his gift. A drought was his punishment. His demands were specific and deeply unsettling. He required the sacrifice of children because Aztec priests believed that the tears of children were the most potent offering for bringing rain. He also presided over his own afterlife called Tlalocan, a lush, eternally green paradise reserved not for the virtuous, but specifically for those who drowned, were struck by lightning, or died from water-related illness.
Damn. It's fucked up. Not even for the kids they killed for him.
An enemy landed nearby, clearly impatient for their end.
Nice. Sights.
Inward call for protective. Being shot at. Sending a knock star. I took down that hooligan. Recharging my shield. Buster shield.
No. Thank you.
That squad is cooked. I'm recharging my shield. Switch things up with my mobile shield. Spark bullet away.
Reloading. Bullseye. Killed an opponent.
That's what I like to see. Take a breather. We're already in the ring. Cheers.
Come on, go here. Enemy locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark.
Attention, delivering care package.
Ooh, new supply. Recharging my shields. Reloading.
Spark bullets away. The game's afoot. Got some uninvited busters. Shots on me. Healing up.
Tracker out and scanning for enemies.
Stop it. Rude. Recharging my shields. Call for protector. I'm recharging my shield. Pick it up. I'm almost taking the turn. Clamp.
So there's squad.
Opponent found and back.
No way he caught me jumping.
Healing.
I thought we were gonna go in there.
He shared the Templo Mare with Huitzilopochtli, his shrine on the northern side, and archaeological excavations at that site have corroborated colonial-era accounts of child burials associated with his worship. He was not worshipped out of love. He was worshipped because without rain, the civilization collapsed. Tonatiuh. Tonatiuh is the sun, specifically the fifth sun, the current one, the version of the sun that actually works and keeps the world alive. According to Aztec cosmology, there were 4 previous suns, each created and destroyed in catastrophic failures, and the fifth was only set in motion because the gods gathered at Teotihuacan and sacrificed themselves to give it energy. Even after that act, the sun refused to move. It took Eacatl, the wind god, blowing with full force to push it across the sky for the first time. That story established the logic of Aztec sacrifice permanently. The sun had been bought with divine blood, and it needed human blood to keep moving every single day. Warriors who died in battle were believed to escort Tonatiuh from sunrise to midday. Women who died in childbirth, considered equally as brave as soldiers, escorted him from midday to sunset. His face, fierce and grimacing with a protruding tongue shaped like a sacrificial knife, appears at the center of the famous Aztec sunstone, a basalt disc approximately 3.6 meters in diameter and weighing around 24 tons, discovered in Mexico City in 1790. Some scholars debate whether the central face represents Tonatiuh or another deity entirely, but the stone's imagery makes clear that the sun was not passive. It was hungry. Kotlikue. Kotlikue is the earth, not the gentle, nurturing version, but the raw, consuming version that swallows the dead as readily as it feeds the living. Her name means she of the serpent's skirt, and her appearance is deliberately overwhelming. Her skirt is made of writhing live snakes. Her necklace is strung with human hearts, severed hands, and a skull as its centerpiece. Her feet are massive, clawed talons. She has no head. In its place, 2 great serpents face each other, their heads forming a single monstrous face when viewed together. She conceived Huitzilopochtli miraculously from a ball of feathers that fell while she was sweeping a temple. And when her other children discovered she was pregnant, they tried to kill her.
That's why Huitzilopochtli killed them.
Care package approaches. What are the odds it's fully stocked with my favorite nightcap? Extra supplies in this bin. Much obliged. For me? Is it my birthday?
Locations are on your map. Stick with me. I always find my mark. Que bello. I'm at the max level. Now that is how you upgrade. Reloading. Tracking this area. Look down this area.
Bomb bullet deployed. Bomb bullets landed. Listen close for the overheat. Shields in, please. I'm recharging my shield.
Hey, got a target here.
Shields would be appreciated, companions. Replicator on its way. Let's cook. Inward claw
Recharging my shield. Cover me. Frag out. shields. Move here.
Could make it in 30.
Looking for loot over here.
Firing a smart bullet. Ring shrinks in 10 seconds. We're close. Pitching a frag. Rude. Recharging my shields. I'm throwing those guns. Enough dawdling, children. The ring moves, and we aren't in it.
Enemy track.
Reinforcing my shield.
Reloading. Hey, let's move. There, andiamo.
I concur. Reinforcing my shield.
New kill leader appointed. Round 5. Beginning ring.
Reloading. Setting a tracker. Un momento, per favore. Ring closes in 1 minute.
There's no grace in fighting alone. I got your back. Regroup here. Two squads of hooligans remain. Show them skill, not mercy.
Only one squad left. I'm recharging my shields.
We killed the kill leader. There is no grace in mercy. Well done, lads. Smart bullets away. The game's afoot. Lost. Open fire.
I'm recharging my shields.
Smart bullet away.
Recharging my shields. Cover me.
Smart bullet away.
You are the Apex champions.
The disgrace, which is what triggered Huitzilopochtli's violent birth. Her statue, discovered in Mexico City in 1790 during colonial construction work, stands nearly 2.7 meters tall and reportedly disturbed Spanish authorities enough that it was reburied after its discovery. She represents the dual nature of existence in its most uncompromising form. She gives life through the fertility of the soil, and she takes it back by consuming every body that returns to the earth. Zyp Totec. Zyp Totec has one of the most viscerally disturbing ritual practices associated with any god in the entire Aztec calendar, but it makes precise symbolic sense once you understand what he represents. His name means our Lord, the Flayed One, and he governed agriculture, seasons, and renewal. Specifically the idea that something must die and decompose entirely before new life can emerge. The same way a seed cracks open and rots underground before a plant grows. To honor him during his festival, Tlacaxepehualistli, priests wore the flayed skin of sacrificed victims for 20 days, the rotting outer layer representing the old husk of the earth being shed to reveal the fresh growth beneath. The festival also included gladiatorial sacrifice. A captive warrior was tethered to a large stone, given a weapon lined with feathers instead of obsidian, and forced to fight fully armed jaguar and eagle warriors. He was also the patron of goldsmiths, and according to some accounts, his golden red coloring connected him to precious metals and the warmth of the spring sun, returning after winter. The ritual was not cruelty for its own sake. It was agricultural anxiety made physical, a civilization performing the death and rebirth of the earth with their own hands. Chalchiuhtlicue. Chalchiuhtlicue, whose name means she of the jade skirt, governed all the water that moved, rivers, lakes, streams, storms, and the dangerous churning water of the open sea. Jade was the Aztec symbol for both water and preciousness, making her name a statement about what water meant to the civilization. Irreplaceable. She ruled the fourth sun in the creation cycle, and according to tradition, she destroyed it by unleashing a catastrophic flood that lasted 52 years and transformed the humans of that age into fish. When the current world was built, she remained essential. She presided over the ritual bathing of newborn infants, protecting them in the vulnerable first days of life, and merchants who traveled by water made offerings to her before entering. Despite her beautiful turquoise-draped appearance, she was not a gentle deity. Floods, whirlpools, and drowning all fell within her domain, and the calm surface of a lake was never a guarantee of what waited beneath. She is often paired with Tlaloc, sometimes described as his wife, sometimes his sister, depending on the source. The two of them together, controlling every form of water, an agricultural civilization depended on entirely. Mictlantecutli. Mictlantecutli ruled Mictlan, the lowest and most treacherous of the Aztec underworlds, and unlike many death gods across world religions, he made no moral judgments. Where you went after death in Aztec, belief depended entirely on how you died, not how you lived. Those who drowned went to Tlalocan. Warriors went to serve Tonatiuh. Everyone else, the vast majority of ordinary people, made the journey through Mictlan's 9 levels. A 4-year ordeal of obstacles, including a vast wind carrying razor-sharp obsidian shards, wide rivers, mountain ranges, and freezing deserts. Dogs were buried alongside the dead, specifically to guide their owners across the underworld's great river, which is why the Zolot's dog carried sacred significance. Mictlantecutli himself is depicted as a skeletal figure with a skull face, a collar made of eyeballs, owl feather headdress, and black and red coloring. Imagery designed to be recognized instantly. He was not a punishing god, exactly. He was simply the administrator of an inevitable destination, waiting patiently at the bottom of a journey that every single person would eventually have to make. Xolotl. Xolotl is the dog god, and he looks like him.
Let's go!
Specifically a hairless, wrinkled dog, closely resembling the Xoloitzcuintli, the ancient Mexican hairless breed that still exists today and takes its name directly from it. His job was to guide the souls of the dead through Mictlan, helping them navigate the night and cross the underworld rift that stood between the living world and final rest. Despite working in Death's domain, he was not not considered a malevolent being. He was also associated with lightning, physical deformity, and twins, and was regarded as a patron of those born different from others. In some versions of the creation, it was Solotl who dove into the underworld to retrieve the bones of previous kings so that Quetzalcoatl could grind them and mix them with blood to create the people of the current age,
We're homies.
making him quietly essential to civilization. His connection to Quetzalcoatl is described in some sources as a twin relationship, though this is not consistent across all accounts. The Xoloitzcuintli's role as a ritual burial animal, meant to accompany and protect the dead, reflects exactly what Xolotl represented. Loyalty that extended past the boundary of death itself. Tlazolteotl. Tlazolteotl is one of the most paradoxical deities in the entire Aztec pantheon. She was the goddess of filth, sexual transgression,
Spotted an opponent out there.
Getting shot at. Recharging shields.
Careful. Enemy close.
Gas trap deployed. Getting shot at.
Enemy shield is broken.
Dying outside the ring would be pointless.
Enemy down.
Remarkable kill.
Frag out.
Subject spotted.
I'm in trouble.
Death will have to wait.
Bro.
That squad is
and more would be. And also the goddess who consumes and cleanses those exact sins. Her title, Eater of Filth, described her function precisely. She could literally devour the accumulated sins of a person's life, purifying them completely. The catch was that this confession could only happen once. A person who confessed to her priests performed a ritual called Tlailcualism that wiped the slate entirely clean. But since it could only be done one time in a lifetime, most people waited until they were on their deathbed to use it. She existed in 4 aspects, collectively called the Tlailcuani, associated with different phases of the moon,
Oh, I should
and
heal.
different
I'm in
expressions
bad
of
shape.
desire, excess, and purification. She was simultaneously the force that drove people toward transgression, and the only power capable of washing it away. She was also a goddess of fertility, weaving, and childbirth in her more noble aspect. Patron of
Stick with me.
the black
I
staining
always find
around
my
her
mark.
mouth in her iconography is not decoration. It represents the sins she has consumed. Ehecatl. Ehecatl is the god of wind, and in most Aztec traditions, he is understood as an aspect or manifestation of Quetzalcoatl, rather than a fully independent deity. Quetzalcoatl in his role as the breath that moves. His most the temple built to Ehecatl was circular, and almost sun Aztec, which overwhelmingly favors square step pyramids. No corner, so a round temple would near the Templo Mayor in modern Mexico City, found beneath layers of later construction. He wore a duck-billed mask through which he was said to blow the winds, and his role in the ecosystem was practical as well as cosmic.
opponent. Watch out! Enemy here! Enemy down.
Remarkable kill. Inspect your map.
Maximum level, maximum sparrow. Tracker dart out. Enemy locations on the map. Enemy tracked. Attenzione! Enemy here! Upgraded, uplifted, and up to no good. Got an enemy. Who's next? Getting shot at. Arcs are out.
Reload.
Opponent right here.
Enemy here.
I'm recharging my shields. They're gonna regret this. The enemy shield is broken. Chucking a thermite grenade. We've got 45 before the ring closes, and a lot of ground to cover. It's okay, I don't think anyone saw. Except whoever shot you.
Vision is clear. Shield battery here.
My shields need a bit more help. None of us are in the ring.
Setting up an evac tower.
Far off.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Those care packages likely shift the delta in our favor.
Well, looks like half the squad
Tracker
is
in place.
vanished. Hold on, I'm healing.
Tracker dart out. Enemy locations on the map. Stick with me. I always find my mark.
We have a problem.
Spotted
There.
one.
Got an enemy. Who's next? Last one down. Ciao, ciao, that squad.
Subject damaged. Shields are recharging.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
Got an enhanced weapon.
Independent
Ready to use it.
My vision is clear. I have shattered the subject's shield. Down the subject.
Replicator falling to earth.
Finger firing. Ready to ruin someone's day. Shield is broken.
We're close to the ring with a minute to spare.
Frag out.
Getting shot.
Frag out.
My shields need a bit more power.
The pressure is accelerating.
Lethal kick.
Got an enemy. Who's next? Recharging my shields.
Come on, the ring's closing in 10 seconds.
Non c'è di che.
Hold on, I'm healing.
Hey, the ring is moving. We're all outside. It's not great.
That enemy shield is broken. Dropped an enemy.
They're shooting at me. Healing.
Killed that enemy.
Alright. You need a charm bag?
Reloading.
Self-preservation.
Boom. Tracker set. Target scanned and tracked.
좋아. Thank you.
I'm looking for sniper ammo. Sniper arsenal here.
Davvero.
Beware. I'm in a variable. My vision is clear.
The ring's closed. 45 seconds. That's control.
Un momento. I'm gonna heal.
I suspect we will find something here.
The ring. Keeping an eye on that area. I'll keep you posted. We should secure this area.
Spotted one. Subject. Quad fire gas. Enemy spotted.
My shields need a bit more
Vision
power.
is clear.
The dark pierces through.
Getting shot. Crack the subject. Down the
Grenade
subject.
incoming.
Attenzione! Opponents have been in. Recharging my shields. All team out. Let's go, team out.
Shields are recharging.
No.
You didn't know switch way to
According to tradition, Ehecatl swept the roads clean before Tlaloc's rain could fall, making him an essential step in the water cycle. In some creation accounts, after the fifth son was born at Teotihuacan and refused to move, it was Ehecatl who blew with enough force to finally set it in motion across the sky. Without the wind god's intervention, even the sun's sacrifice would not have been enough. Senteotl. Senteotl is the god of maize, and in a civilization where maize accounted for an estimated 70 to 80% of the entire diet, that made him one of the most practically essential deities in existence. Maize cultivation in Mesoamerica stretches back approximately 9,000 years, and by the time of the Aztec Empire, it was not just food. It was the fundamental material of human identity. According to Mesoamerican creation accounts, humans themselves were made from corn, meaning Senteotl did not merely feed people. He was the substance they were made of. He is typically depicted as a young man with a maize cob growing from his headdress, his coloring the yellow-green of corn at different stages of growth. In many accounts, he is the son of Tlazolteotl, linking the purification of the earth to the fertility that follows it. He was worshipped alongside Chicomicoatl, goddess of food and sustenance more broadly, the two forming a complementary pair that covered every aspect of agricultural survival. Festivals in his honor involved offerings of corn, tamales, and the first harvest of the season, a recognition that before any human achievement was possible, the maize had to grow. Mixcoatl. Mixcoatl, whose name means cloud serpent, is one of the older gods in the pantheon, predating the Aztec Empire and originating among the northern Chichimec hunter-gatherer cultures before being absorbed into the broader religious system. He governed the hunt, clouds, and the Milky Way, which the Aztecs perceived as a great serpent marching across.
Good news. We're already in the next ring.
Hostile spotted.
Opening fire. Recharging my shields. Cover me.
Now, because it's
Tracking an enemy.
broke that enemy shield. Reloading.
Ah!
Go here. I need help.
Great. Already inside the ring.
That enemy shield is broken.
Recharging shields. My weapon is cooler now because it's enhanced, leaving my signature behind so everyone knows I'm really cool.
This is the upgrade for me.
Across the night sky, making his name both a description and a cosmological statement. He was the patron deity invoked before hunts, and offerings of deer and small game were made in his name. He is also credited in some traditions with inventing fire by drilling two sticks together, making him one of the mythological figures responsible for civilization's most essential technology. His body is depicted with distinctive red and white horizontal stripes, and he carries a bundle of arrows, imagery that connects him clearly to the hunt and to the stars used for navigation by people moving through wilderness at night. In certain traditions, he is named as the father of Quetzalcoatl, though this parentage is specific to particular regional accounts and not universal across Aztec sources. Xochiquetzal. Xochiquetzal, whose name means precious flower or flower feather, governed beauty, desire, art, flowers, and the joy of creative work. Everything pleasurable and aesthetically magnificent that life had to offer. Where Tlazolteotl represented the transgressive and consuming side of desire, Xochiquetzal represented its warmth, its color, and its creative power. She was the patron of painters, sculptors, weavers, and embroiderers. Any craft that produced something beautiful fell under her protection, and her festivals involved artisans gathering to present their finest work. She was associated with the marigold, which remains one of the most important flowers in Mexican ceremonial life today, central to Dia de los Muertos, and instantly recognizable as a bridge between the living and the dead. According to tradition, she lived on a mountain covered entirely in flowers, surrounded by musicians, butterflies, and birds that sang constantly. She is often paired with Xochipilli, the male flower god, the two related but distinct. He governing music and games, she governing art and love. Despite her joyful domain, her festivals were not without darkness. A human sacrifice dressed to represent her was made at their culmination, a reminder that in Aztec religious life, beauty and death were never far apart.
This is gonna be good. Tracker in place.
Round one. Beginning ring countdown.
The next ring's far. Get moving. Don't leave much at your feet.
Wait, far ring. Weapon having shot. Down. Enemy shield cracked. I've been down.
No way.
There is a new kill leader. First blood.
The ring is far. Closing in 45. Time to bolt.
Attention.
Run it, big dog. Just run it, big dog.
Whereas you're here. Wait.
We don't depend on our own.
Please, not there. Oh my god. Okay,
You said run it.
Oh yeah, we got.
That was a nice one. Here I am again.
Get in the ring. Leveled up. Time to customize. Upgraded and ready to fight to the death.
See, we're fine.
I'm leaving. Fuck that plate. Sir, I will be looting for the meantime. Good luck. Have fun.
Attention, delivering care package.
Ooh, got a care package dropping. Hope you're ready to fight, because we got an opponent nearby.
Here's their defense. Got my weapon enhanced. Dang.
Guys, it's really chill out here.
Target scanned and tracked.
Got my weapon enhanced.
I'm coming back. Okay, I'm coming.
Focusing on me.
Whoa, whoa, grenade.
On me, on me, on me, on me. Last one.
You're a liar, bro. You said he's 1 HP?
They're lit. They're lit. They're lit.
Yeah, I got him lit.
One more. Oh, my ping. Kill that big boy. Kill him, big boy.
No, she got me. You got this. Good try. That man said he's 1 HP, dog.
I know.
Oh, that was fucking funny. That was said he's 1 HP.
Jonah Hill once said, "I think I'm pretty good at making movies, but I am not good at being a famous person," and then spent his whole career proving exactly that. Everybody has a different perception of Jonah. Some see him simply as a comedy film legend. Some see a self-important nepo baby who takes himself too seriously. Others see a toxic man-child who weaponizes therapy speak to control his girlfriend. And if they aren't talking about any of those things, they are hyper-focused on his weight loss and weight gain, gawking at him like some sort of zoo animal. Over the years, Jonah has attempted to respond to all of the hatred towards him, but every time he does, things only get worse. Critics and fans never seem to be satisfied, making it seem like he just can't do anything right.
I came up like, you know, in goofy comedies and this kind of like curly-haired, overweight kid, and everyone had their own opinion on what I should be, how they could speak to me, how they could treat me.
Jonah Hill went from a complete nobody to securing roles in countless early 2000s comedy bangers. The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Grandma's Boy, Click, Accepted, Knocked Up, Evan Almighty. In 2 short years, he became a reliable
I just hope I don't have to fight with that smiling robot.
Character.
I'm just kidding. He's fine. Everyone's fine.
Ask me about my winner.
I'm not just about exposures. I also know about stuff like winning. It's the standard definition of a Hollywood hero. His father, Richard Feldstein, is a successful Hollywood who manages the business and financial affairs of high net worth and high income clients. Richard started as an accountant for various Hollywood acts and notably served as the accountant for the iconic rock band Guns N' Roses. Jonah's mother, Sharon Feldstein, is a costume and fashion designer in Hollywood. Her first big job was working as an assistant.
All right, this is good. This is good. Let's fight. You want advice? I'll give some advice. Shoot first.
Then again, he proved to the world that his parents weren't the only reason he could be successful after his hilarious performance in the smash hit Superbad. Superbad was written by Seth Rogen and his childhood.
There's a sniper arsenal here.
To loosely resemble
I love this part.
Holy! Seth would be played by Jonah Hill, making it his first leading role on a major Hollywood set. Jonah knew this was his biggest opportunity to date, so he wanted to make sure.
There's a clueless bogey out there. Let's mix that last part.
Letting everyone know that he did not want Christopher Mintz-Plasse to get the role of Fogel, aka McLovin. After Chris's audition, Jonah Hill was like, in the film, Seth and Fogel have animosity towards each other.
This weapon is enhanced. Beautiful.
Seth Rogen said Jonah effing hated
Already inside the ring? I got an enhanced weapon.
process, probably due to a lack of experience. Then Jonah said, Chris just immediately shut me down. So combative. I was really annoyed because this guy wouldn't let me say anything.
Jonah Hill hated me so much.
Attention. First blood. Check it out. Evac tower here.
Yeah, now we're talking. Let's do this.
I kind of went in. I was in high school, and we're playing high school kids.
Moscow,
and you remember being in high school, you're buddy roasting you. I'm not gonna bother me. I'm gonna roast him back. That's what I did in the audition. And I left the room. I was like, oh my god, I said sorry, my God, oh my god. And Jonah's like, that guy. Till like Judd Apatow and Greg Mottola and Seth Rogen, that guy, don't cast that guy. And they all said, cast that guy.
After Jonah told director Judd Apatow,
does this enhanced weapon make me look scarier?
Exactly
I bet it does.
Why we're hiring him. It couldn't be more perfect. The fact that it bothers you is exactly what we want. Right, Jonah despising Chris only helped the hilarious dynamic between their characters on screen.
Can you say something to me? I was in.
I need a laser sight. In progress. Safe to touch down. We're already in the next ring.
This baby's looking even
Need sniper optics.
Since McLovin became nothing.
There's a solo in the corner for some reason.
Upgrades, that's even better.
Far less screen time than Jonah, McLovin stole the spotlight. Maybe Jonah knew Chris was great and tried to prevent his casting to make himself look better.
Crew's over there.
Working on a life-changing project.
Picked an upgrade that'll make everyone jealous.
Yo, we should def check out that care package.
As Seth is considered by many to be the best in his entire company. He delivered
Taking fire. Recharging shield.
Oh, people don't forget.
Superbad became one of the most successful
Deploying the evac tower.
securing
Down to the enemy.
Shields on that bandit.
when including
Grenade.
revenue from
Mayday, mayday.
unfortunately, it also cemented Jonah.
Care package over there.
He's reviving.
Just you and me. We'll have to move quick. Just how I like it.
New kill leader avoided.
Adios, cargo. Hola, hi.
Others have completed this challenge. Return to fight another day.
Optics here. Mid-range. Save that for me. It's go time! Booyah! Over there. Ha! Hitting the eject button. Target's right in front of me.
Attention, the champion has been removed.
Better. Someone's getting his squad back. I think we work up a sweat.
Go to the east. If going to you, they're going to you. They're on us. They're on you. On Fluffy. On Fluffy.
Reloading. Give him my shield to recharge. One sec, healing up. Look out, grenade!
No, I missed my shot.
Cracked a bogey's shield.
Reloading! They're not getting back up from that. Amp here. Bottomless batteries.
Fox 3, visual clear, good tone.
A hill.
Thank you for this. I feel much better about myself now.
Jonah, do you think it's important to be unattractive to be funny? Can skinny people be funny?
I don't think it has to do with like anything besides just being funny and yourself. I just don't think it's like I don't think it has anything to do with
Even though that interview clip was a comedic sketch, it does accurately reflect the way reporters and the general public treated Jonah. Hollywood determined that his weight was a defining trait that made him valuable. He often got cast as the overweight, awkward guy who constantly was the butt of the joke. It even defined his iconic role in Superbad. But unfortunately for Jonah, his on-screen image also defined his real life too. You see, comedy is a way of blurring the line between the character and the actor. Comedy films often funny things. That what they're seeing is just an exaggerated version of the actor's real personality. And for Jonah, see him as someone and nobody knew it yet, but Jonah
What do you do?
this, and he knew if he kept accepting the role as the funny fat guy, then he would never be able to escape this caricature of himself. From there, he did take on secondary roles in films like Strange Wilderness, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and Funny People, but none matched the success of Superbad. And while voice acting roles in How to Train Your Dragon and Megamind kept him paid, in 2011 he made efforts to establish himself as a legitimate actor after he landed a major role in the sports drama Moneyball alongside well-respected actors like Brad Pitt and Philip Seymour Hoffman. Moneyball was one of those rare films that was loved by both critics and fans. Jonah's performance was so great, it earned him his first Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor, which you could tell he felt was a major highlight of his career.
I hope it never sinks in a real way because it's just so exciting and, you know, for my family. And when you say you want to become an actor, it just, you know, you shouldn't ever do things for awards or things like that. You should do them because you love them. But something like this just...
It's a good day to take out some fools and be back in time for dinner. I got pork chops
But
tonight.
Jonah still had a lot to prove, even to his co-star Brad Pitt.
I am not just about explosions. I also know about stuff. Like winning.
You could adopt a...
They're always looking around, but they never look up.
If they're sitting right here, that could be one of them. If it's Phil Hoffman, whatever.
I gotta go with a serious actor.
Okay.
As if his co-star calling him unserious wasn't bad enough, Jonah's worst nightmare started coming true. Instead of his performance being the main topic of conversation, his physical appearance was becoming central to his identity. After Moneyball, he started trying to slim down a bit, and tabloids about Jonah frequently made comments about his weight, writing things like, "Jonah Hill looks like he's regained all the weight he lost a while back, and his fans couldn't be happier." Hey.
Bogey landed.
Hey, it's 3 to 4.
I got some bad guys here. Give me my shield to recharge.
On your map.
Other team behind you.
Had Fluffy.
Team behind you, Fluffy. Careful. Team behind you.
They're just thinking about his career, implying that he can't be considered funny if he loses weight. You could tell that Jonah tried to downplay his weight loss, as he definitely did not want all of his interviews to devolve into just talking about his body.
All my friends were in college, so I was living like a frat guy.
Yeah.
Like everyone was just drinking beer and eating pizza with all my friends. And you know, as I mature, you know, even with this movie, I'm maturing as an actor and growing up and in front of everybody's eyes. It's like you just a certain time where you go, all right, it's time to be a responsible adult. You've got to be stop being a kid at some point.
Was there build up to it, or was it just like one day? And
No, it
I'm
was one day. I
that's it?
made a. I was like looked up a nutritionist and called him up and went and.
Do you mind me asking how much weight you've lost? Or
I don't mind at all. I just don't know. I didn't know before or after, whatever.
Did you ever worry that people would perceive you differently? I talked to Seth about that when he lost a bunch of weight. You know?
No, it's so funny. I think people make such a big deal about that, but I think if anything, it's like you can do all kinds of parts now. You know, it's like when you're a big guy, you can't play a thin guy.
You're limited.
It's impossible unless you use that
But
like
they can put
Captain
some
America
pads on you.
digital stuff or whatever.
Are you getting hotter chicks?
Oh man, no man, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
I you know have a lady. That's great.
But eventually, he would shut down interviewers bringing up the subject completely.
But are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything? Because I run into that a whole lot. I'm the fat one. So are you the fat guy in Hollywood still, or does everybody like look at you and they're like, oh wow, you know, this is great, now you're healthy?
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
For a while, Jonah handled these types of comments like a pro, laughing it off or just avoid engaging with it at all. Because when you're a celebrity of his scale, there's a pressure to stay composed. Don't overreact or give anyone a moment they can turn into a headline. Because if they crash out, then that becomes the story. Jonah eventually started giving critics a piece of his mind, which did not fix anything. It actually made his life much worse. After meeting Jonah in person back in 2012, CNN anchor Don Lemon tweeted,
That would be a
"Said hi
job.
to Jonah Hill in a hotel. Think he thought I was a bellman. I didn't know his name till the bellman told me. A lesson time." And before we get into Jonah's response, this is perfect example of how Hill simply could not do anything right to satisfy the media. In the same breath, Don downplays
Introducing
Jonah
your
Hill by
champion.
saying he didn't even
You
know
can
who he
feel
was,
faces adapt
essentially
when you
implying
know
that
how to
he's not
control
that
the light.
important, but still expects Jonah to respond to him with a certain level of trust and respect.
I'm the jump
It's
master.
this weird double standard where a celebrity can be reduced to
3 down and locked. Let's land over there.
Unfortunately, Jonah's response only further painted him as emotionally insecure. I said,
Hey,
"Hi,
I was bored before you hit the ground.
I was in a hurry and realized you were a 12-year-old girl. Peace." He continued, "I walked out
Get
of the
ready.
restroom
Moving
and
up.
found you waiting for me, shook hands, said hi, and was on my way. Sorry if you found that rude." Don replied, "Was waiting for luggage." Bellman and I laughed at how self-important you were. Just being honest, nice. Stardom is fleeting.
We should cruise over there.
More wrong about his stardom because Jonah was skyrocketing.
Tech 6, bandit touchdown. I got an enhanced weapon and a smile on my face.
Weapons in hand.
We're not all in the ring. Check your positions. Recharge machine.
Reloading. Bandit bought the farm.
Attention. First blood. Recharge my shields.
30 seconds until the ring closes. I like cutting it closer. I dig that.
Let's get some air. Ring closing in 10. It's close. Recharging my shields. That's an upgrade. Gonna put it to use. Ring moving. Let's get some air, Doc.
Oh, that's got a kick.
Let's
Ultimate
glide, Doc.
accelerant here.
Care
Ultimate
package
accelerant here.
being delivered.
Care package coming down.
Need a sniper.
Hey, thanks.
Attention. The champion is here.
Extended supply bin here.
Let's be honest. I'm the only. Must go
Mission
home
maneuver
now.
area. Evo harvester here. Evo harvester here.
Let's get some air.
Got a lock on our enemy positions. It's on your map.
Enemy real close. About time we got ourselves a fight. Hey, amigos.
Listen up. We're spread out a bit. Watch your maps.
Hit the ejector seat.
Evo harvester here.
Must go faster.
Tally on bandit out there. Evo harvester here.
Let's get some air.
I'm out of sniper ammo.
Munitions here.
Getting health back. Must go faster.
Cover me.
Champion eliminated. Radar. Check your map.
Let's get some air.
Survey beacon out there.
Map show is spread out to be much.
Faster, faster, faster.
Sniper.
Just getting my shield to recharge.
Got yourself a bandit out. Fox 3, sending you payload. Charging on my shields. Got another bandit.
Stay with me, Doc, and keep the healing coming. Let's get some air, Doc.
We got trouble. Really close.
Fox 3, visual clear. Good tone.
They got Newcastle shield and caustic. Push him. Nice.
You're looking at the new kill leader. Oh, what? Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Here, take Doc. He'll fix you up. Just giving my shield a reach.
My boy.
Now that's an
60
upgrade.
seconds until the ring closes.
Let's get
No
some
sweat
air.
for me. Can you keep up? Hitting the eject button.
Charging on my shields.
45 seconds. Rings close.
Care package over there. Never mind.
New kill leader. Posted on radar. Check your map. There's a clueless bogey out there.
Hitting the eject button.
Stand to 30 seconds. Push a little further.
Doc, let's glide.
Ready, set, go! Yeah!
You actually stopped me from going up. The balloon hit me.
Tally on bandit out there.
Gun on him. Gun on him.
Over there.
Fox 3, visual clear.
They're coming. His team's coming.
Package is coming in.
His team's up there above you. Where'd he go?
He did.
I can ult again.
Talion bandit here.
Ready, set, go! We've got company.
Hostile spotted. Reload.
Backpack here. Level 3. Don't worry, it won't slow you down.
Let's get some air.
Bogey there.
Charging up my shield. Care package over there. Big group there.
Oh, there's like 2 teams here. I'm going towards lifeline. Keep going down there.
No way.
Care package here. G7 stock here. Half a squad spot farm. We got this.
Crack the Badu shield. You're looking at the new kill leader. Got trouble here.
Lifeline here.
Got an amp here.
There.
Power booster.
Not far from the ring. Half a minute.
He's ready. You can rest.
Using my Phoenix kit.
I'm one shot, literally. Fluffy, he's on the roof if you can shoot him. He was. Block this door. Go for a sec, maybe?
I'm here. So let's get you a do-over, huh?
They're all around us. That's cool. I can ult. Dwarf's coming, you gotta run.
No way.
I used to go by the name Hope, which is something we've lost.
And success at the time, proving he was still a comedy powerhouse with the release of 21 Jump Street, which grossed over $200 million at the worldwide box office, and once again gave us hilarious moments that will be quoted for a lifetime.
We're not finger popping each other's assholes. What we're doing is getting done.
But as Jonah's star power increased, his inability to let things roll off his shoulders would get worse as time went on. In 2013, Jonah was interviewed by the Rolling Stone alongside Seth Rogen in anticipation of his upcoming film, This Is the End, which is a stoner comedy about a bunch of potheads facing the apocalypse. However, the interviewers seemed entirely unhappy with Jonah's responses. Seth, we say, coming out of our reverie. No, I'm Jonah, Hill says blankly. That's a great way to start. We blanch, sputter, sputter, cough, and try to explain ourselves, but Hill is apparently in no mood to cut anyone any slack, which may just be how he is. He is serious. He is, which I'm not, and neither are Franco or Danny, Rogan had told us. By starting the interview off referring to him as Seth, Jonah is being reduced to the superbad character people refuse to let him outgrow. And the moment he pushes back, not even aggressively, just correcting it, now he's the problem, because to the interviewers, they were just joking. They try to break the ice and begin talking about exercising, to which Jonah replies, "My workout routine is of little relevance." For a while, they converse with Jonah, and it goes smoothly until they ask a question that pisses him off. Liked when they asked, "What kind of a farter is he?" His eyes nearly jump out of their sockets. I'm not answering that dumb question. I'm not that kind of person. Being in a funny movie doesn't make me have to answer dumb questions. It has nothing to do with who I am. Jonah continued, "I've done one of the biggest challenges you can do in Hollywood, which is transition from being a comedic actor to being a serious actor, and I'm really prideful of that. I could have made $1 billion doing every big comedy of the last 10 years and didn't, in order to form a whole other life for myself. Now I have fulfillment doing both." The authors of the article then wrote, "That being the case though, you'd think he'd be able to relax a little bit, open up, take it easy." Once again, Jonah is in a situation where he cannot win. The interviewers expected him to act like the same goofy, raunchy character he played on screen because that's what people associated him with. If he leaned into it, he'd just reinforce the exact stereotype he was trying to move away from. But the moment he tried to take himself seriously, he came across as uptight and rude. Then again, some people think Jonah's attitude comes across like he is doing this Daniel Day-Lewis level method acting. He did 2 serious dramas at this point, and the rest were comedies. He still had a lot of work to do to prove his dynamic range as an actor. Jonah was so determined to be taken seriously that he took a minimum salary of just $60,000 to play as Donnie alongside Leo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street. Not only did he know the movie would be a hit and help him build a new reputation in Hollywood, but he wanted to work with one of the greatest directors of all time, Martin Scorsese.
As far as Jonah Hill's concerned, yeah, I met him in Mexico, and he basically I know people like this. I know what these people represent in the culture. I've met people like this, and there's nobody on earth that should play this character except for me. Full of Rex. Let's go. No, you don't understand. This is my favorite script I have ever read in my life, and I'm destined to play it. There's an actor out there.
I'm nice, okay? But when push comes to shove, I will push and shove you.
Later, and I heard it was one of the best movies he'd ever had with an actor, and hired him kind of on the spot. And in a lot of ways, Jonah Hill set the tone for this film. Really is one of the most unbelievably talented, probably actors I've ever gotten to work with.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
I like the wind in my hair, bugs in my teeth, and long walks off a high cliff.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
With a level of commitment that went beyond just being a funny side character. He fully leaned into the world of the film, making you believe he truly was
This is my favorite part.
power-hungry.
We're in this together, amici! Let's go!
Let's go over there. I'm bored here.
Down when I used a word like that this weekend.
Apology accepted. He seemed to be very genuine. That was very responsible and mature of him. Instead of discussing his upcoming film, 22 Jump Street, many mainstream programs were refocused onto his controversy. When speaking with Howard Stern, Hill said, "I think I'm pretty good at making movies, but I am not good at being a famous person." After 22 Jump Street grossed over $330 million at the worldwide box office, Jonah Hill had officially stamped his legacy as one of the best comedic actors of the early 2000s and 2010s. It seemed like everything he was cast in became an absolute smash.
W.
Go, you got it, go here.
Now that.
No, leave completely. They're pushing you with 3 people.
Setting a tracker. Un momento, per favore.
Man up, man. Please, you're giving me anxious.
Tracker dart. Out. Send the locations marked on my map. Maybe I should go say hello.
You just got scanned. You might be fucked here. You gotta leave.
I scan.
My shields are low. Need to recharge.
Oh, you did? You could scan him with that? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
Low health. Need to heal. I'm recharging my shields.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
Oh, when did my ammo
Yeah.
get so low? Time to find more.
As long as I land it, I can scan it.
That's pretty cool.
I should heal. I'm in bad shape. Un momento. Gotta heal. Oh, low health. Need to heal. Tracker set. Opponent's positions are marked on my map. Poco. Setting up the respawn beacon. Bullseye. Enemy flag. Oh, low health. Need to heal. In bad shape. Healing.
Yo, crafting over here. No escaping me.
I've been dying to play with one of these.
If you guys see a sniper scope, can I have it, please? I need them, man. There's also a thing over in the man.
Third party this.
Have Half toast, half the roast.
Actually, they finished fighting.
Replicator incoming.
Faster!
I'm recharging my shields.
This is taking too long.
I cracked him. Bro, why does it fucking do that, man?
You're here. He's still here.
Charging shields. Come on. Must go faster.
I'm down.
Yeah, he jumped down.
Nice try, man. GG.
And I put it there.
Fuck that up.
Hill getting sodomized in his movie This Is the End. As he received the translations through an earpiece, the host continued with another joke about a fantasy she had about Hill, saying, "We would meet up in a hotel room at night. We would chat, you'd make me laugh, then all of a sudden you'd bring your friends DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, and then you'd go away," implying that he was too unattractive for her to sleep with him. In response, Jonah said, "I'm glad I came on this show to get ridiculed by your local weather girl." It initially appeared that Jonah was simply laughing the joke off and sending friendly shots back, but his response was completely genuine, and after, he canceled all future media appearances he was scheduled for in France. The interviewer eventually apologized on camera with the statement, "Jonah, the problem is that for 10 years I have lived with you through your films. In fact, Jonah, I really had the impression that I knew you. So last Friday I thought I was just messing around with a friend, but the reality is that we are not friends." This once again reinforces the friendly buddy-buddy image a comedic actor is expected to maintain in the eyes of the general public. Jonah is expected to be able to take a joke at his expense and shoot the with anyone who feels like calling him fat or ugly, but when he cracks back or tries to correct them, he's the problem.
First of all, you smell good, which is surprising.
Why is that surprising?
I don't know. I just wouldn't think of a guy who would have a nice scent on, and
That's such a like. I'm gonna really work hard to not take that as a shot. You know what I mean? Like, because I think you would smell nice.
A 2016 article best describes the sort of limbo that Jonah was stuck in. Despite establishing himself as a legitimate actor worthy of Oscar recognition, he was not taken seriously in the eyes of the public. The hilarious sidekick roles make up a numerically small but neon bright portion of Hill's career, and no number of contrasting performances can seem to override the public impression of him as a man who might, at any moment, start humping the furniture. Unfortunately for Jonah, the public's perception of him would never change. His desire for approval as a serious actor, paired with his inability to manage the stress of stardom, led him to moving away from the silver screen and stepping behind the camera, focusing more on writing and directing. His first major film he directed in 2018 was called Mid-90s, which was an awesome debut. It is a coming-of-age film about youth skateboard culture in Los Angeles in the 90s. It wasn't a box office banger, but most definitely definitely a classic that I and many other skate fans thoroughly enjoyed. He hadn't stepped away from acting entirely, but his new focus allowed him to fade from the public view while remaining a part of the creative process he fell in love with. His shift in career direction also marked a willingness to be more open about his insecurities and the difficulty he faced early in his career.
I became famous in my late teens and then spent most of my young adult life listening to people say that I was fat and unattractive, and it's only in the last 4 years writing and directing my movie mid-90s that I've started to understand how much that hurt. I really believe everyone has a snapshot of themselves from a time when they were young that they're ashamed of. For me, it's that 14-year-old overweight and unattractive kid who felt ugly to the world and wanted so badly to be accepted by this community of skaters.
Maybe.
Train closes in 45. Tracker in place. All these positions are marked on my map. That's a poco.
I tried. GG's. I had no ammo in my other gun.
Discussing Jonah's weight, and it appeared that there was nothing he could do without it being brought up. One of the best examples of this is the Daily Mail. It has been documented that Jonah had lost 40 pounds after he stopped drinking beer, a decision he made all the way back in 2016. The Daily Mail would consistently find ways to shoehorn this fact into any article they could, regardless of its relation. Jonah making a quick stop at the coffee shop, they wrote, he lost 40 pounds when he cut out beer in 2016. Surfing with some friends, they wrote, Jonah Hill pulls down his wetsuit in Malibu to show off his bare chest filled with several large tattoos after losing 40 pounds. And after years of this, Jonah responded to a 2021 Daily Mail article about his body while he was surfing. I don't think I ever took my shirt off in a pool until I was in my mid-30s. My childhood insecurities weren't exacerbated by years of body by stress. as Jonah's history of ridicule was, it was nice to see that he had finally made peace with himself and his image. He continued to embrace this new image with a body positivity tag
I'm the jump
that
master?
became a cultural symbol
If
for
you say so.
self-love. However, this was a double-edged sword. There were negative comments that bothered Jonah, but even positive comments about his appearance were really upsetting to him. I know you mean well, but I kindly ask you not to
Come
comment
get
on my
some.
body.
Move it or
Good or bad. I
die.
want to
Lie like an arrow.
it's not hateful and doesn't deal with as much respect. It's only a matter of time before all of this would come out. Jonah would announce his departure from the public eye to manage to deal with what he describes as a 20-year battle with severe anxiety attacks. It was clear that Jonah had become one of his own. This was thanks in large part to his commitment to therapy and relationship with his therapist.
Enemy track.
Documentary titled Studs. The film seeks to normalize therapy and introduce those who may be skeptical of the process. Dr. Studs discusses a concept described as tools, which are essentially coping mechanisms and mental habits you utilize in moments of stress.
Good news. We're already in the next ring.
Backbone of the documentary's narrative.
Ready to use it.
However, it was discovered that Jonah hadn't entirely used these tools for good.
Striker dart out.
Frag out! First blood. Got a bomb.
I'm down.
Oh.
He would be accused of weaponizing the lessons he learned in therapy to control and manipulate his ex-girlfriend. Jonah Hill made viral headlines in July of 2023 when his ex-girlfriend Sarah Brady exposed text messages he had sent to her 2 years earlier. Shortly after, he revealed that he and his current girlfriend were having a child. Plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for romantic partnership. My boundaries with you are based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. Two things in particular stand out. Number one, Sarah is both a professional surfer and model, and Jonah specifically tries to restrict her ability to do those things to continue their relationship. It's also worth
That's
considering
fucked up.
that Sarah had been doing both of these things prior to when the two started dating in 2021. Almost immediately into the relationship, Jonah began making subtle implications that he was uncomfortable with her lifestyle. He writes, "Oh, and modeling, which is the last profession I would be with as a partner." She replies, "Well, maybe you should have asked me more about what I do for work before you decided to date me then." Jonah replies, "Keep taking me for granted." He sarcastically continues, "Go model. It's a fulfilling life. You'll love it. Real depth and substance and sustainability for relationships." But actually, I'm done with this convo. Besides his seemingly insecure and petty attitude, much of the discussion was surrounding the usage of the word boundaries. Many felt as though Jonah was misusing the word entirely. On the surface, it sounds like he's being self-aware, like he's calmly communicating what he needs in a relationship and trying to avoid conflict. It frames him as someone who's being honest about difficult topics instead of lashing out or controlling someone outright, and that's what caused many
Nice
men
game.
online to rush to his defense.
Yeah, he's insecure.
Yeah.
But like he's not saying like you can't be a human being. He's like, I wish you well. I just personally don't want you posting your ass on Instagram. I just personally don't want you going on these little surf dates with other men. I just personally don't want a partner that's gonna do that. And if you need to do that, you go for it. I wish you the best. You got it. But I can't have that. I think he did a pretty good job. My boundaries are this. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Isn't that what we wanted? People to express themselves? People to be able to just say what they want? Not keep that inside? Not bottle up? That's what he did. Now, Sarah has a choice to stay or to get.
That's it.
However, others interpret Jonah's words entirely the opposite way. Instead of setting boundaries on his own behavior, he's out to her.
I'm still shit talking.
Who she can be around, and even the.
Hey, we dress anyway, right? No way.
I've been training for this my whole life. So, well, not this exactly, but you get it.
Introducing the champion.
Got it. Got it.
The career she had before they met. So while it's packaged as vulnerability and communication, it can also be interpreted as him attempting to pressure her into changing her lifestyle to surrender to his expectations. Sarah also shares a text conversation shortly after an argument. She voices her frustration at the restraint she
Okay,
feels
yeah?
in the relationship. No, I don't know.
This is just so hard and complicated.
That shit actually sucks.
It looks like torture. It doesn't even look fun. What the hell is... Who are you fighting?
Nah, I was just shooting.
Oh. Do people land with us or no?
I think we can go push this though. I think we should.
Where?
Over here because they probably have no good guns and we have all light.
Delete these pictures, don't hang out with these people, or you don't respect me and I'll break up with you. He consistently brings up that Sarah does not respect him when he doesn't read like he has much respect for her either. Take some accountability and
JP call.
F that contest, F that place, and
JP call.
Yep, over here.
There's people right here too. To the right.
There's two. Good luck. Cracked one.
Dad.
Shit, there's another one.
Yeah, I don't know where the...
New upgrade.
Where'd you go?
But what to choose? Tracker in place.
Oh no, guy.
Dead.
Good stuff. Good
just watch
stuff.
out. Another squad's coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push from our left.
I'm gonna come back up.
Recharging my shield. Cover me.
Pretty sure.
In progress.
Say what? We're all inside this ring.
Steal sheet talking. We know where these guys are at.
I think they're fighting.
Fighting someone?
I don't know. I'm hearing shots. Are we thinking the same people?
Yeah, I think they're fighting someone. It's a good shout.
Ooh, got a care package dropping.
Yep, it's a good shout.
Mm-hmm. Are they in this building over here? Is that where they're at?
On our
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I'm a little behind them, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I missed it.
Behind?
Oh, I see them. They're like deep.
Two squad here. It's two squads.
Oh, two squads. Good luck.
Now they finished fighting. That one's running away.
Cracked one. Right here. Cracked the light one.
Hey, jump that? Let's jump that guy.
Yeah, I'm done. Oh yeah, they're dipping. One dip.
He's cracked. The guy on the top's cracked. One's pushing zip line.
Get a push back. 1 HP. Guys. Catch one on me.
Found one.
Another
Yeah.
one. Ready, slow. Last one's low.
No, the other one's on the top.
There's one more.
Another one.
She went up here.
Yeah. She like dipped it?
She didn't come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she just did. Like, oh. New team.
Oh, new team.
Yeah, new team. Should we take the zip over here?
Yeah. Give me a second. Got hit. I can't get on
They're
this.
chasing me.
Where they at? Gotta get some more. Yeah,
Hey, there's people here. Oh no, they're below. Yeah.
Cracked one. 120 HP.
Oh.
Cracked one.
I didn't crack them.
Cracked
But I
another one.
touched them.
Cracked another one. I think we should push. I just cracked the shit out of all of them.
Okay, I'm looking.
Oh, this guy cracked.
Oh, one's 1 HP, but that's still. Damn, 2 of us down? You might have to. I don't. Yeah.
Oh my god. How, bro? Got plus 10. Whatever.
They had lifeline.
Extended light mag here. Standard stock here. Level 2.
Bronze lobby, but now pistol.
Ultimate accept.
No one didn't count as the last one because it's not done yet.
I gave up a nice, quiet evening for this. Let's make it worthwhile.
If only no one could sting me now.
Fuck. And the game's telling me to get off already.
Why would he choose to date a bikini-wearing surfer with allegedly tons of toxic friends if they violated his boundaries? It came across to many that he was extremely insecure and trying to change a woman who he was likely not compatible with. Others that defend Jonah see this as nothing more than clear communication. He's being blunt and maybe a bit hostile, but he is angry and we all get angry. And others see his communication as calculated usage of therapy speech. Here's a prime example of
I swim, babe. Me too. Have a good toss.
Go gatos. Like avocado and cat in Spanish.
This weapon is somehow even more beautiful than before.
Toxic, potentially, but not abuse. This created a PR disaster for Jonah, but he chose to stay silent in regards to the situation. However, he did respond through his lawyers after Zoe 101 actress Alexa Nicholas accused Jonah Hill of shoving her against the door and kissing her without her consent when she was 16 years old and he was 24. His attorney, Marty Singer, responded, calling Alexa's accusations who has made assorted accusations against multiple men in the entertainment industry. Jonah has continued to separation from the spotlight and hasn't made any form of public appearance since the fallout. Still, to this
1
day,
minute,
most of
but
what
we're
you see
nearly
from him is paparazzi capturing photos of him on the streets of Los Angeles, still commenting on his weight loss whenever they see him looking different. He recently made headlines again after being pictured looking completely unrecognizable, although it's
Enhance
worth
my weapon.
clarifying he was on.
From dust and dream to reality. 45 seconds to put yourself in the ring.
Attention. First blood.
Check it out. Someone go first blood. Enemy locations on the map. Stick with me. I always find my mark. An upgrade for me? Don't mind if I do. Upgraded? New kill leader? Huh, I don't know. Sounds like too much pressure for them. Setting a tracker.
Looks like
Enemy locations on the map. Stick with me. I always find my mark. Guarda, enemy tracked.
well then, we have a care package on the way.
This weapon is somehow even more beautiful than before. That
Weapon
enemy's been
enhanced.
tracked.
Nothing a bit of elbow grease couldn't do.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
Oh, there's a new kill leader. Huh. What now? Reloading. Took out an enemy. Who's next? Firing signal.
Strong enough to keep. That was the last one. We came together. They fell apart.
Caire di enemy position still match. They're shooting at me. Reloading. Tracker out. A tra poco. I'm recharging my shields. Tracker scanning. Opponent found and tracked.
I'm getting shot. Recharging shield.
Recharging my shields. Cover me.
Definitely need the best part to do. You always push back.
Beginning ring countdown.
We should bolt that way.
Attention, delivering replicator.
Replicator dropping in. Setting a tracker. Un momento, per favore. Frag out. There's a mark out there in the distance. Enemy. Watch out, here. Recharging my shield. Cover me. Ring closes in 1 minute, but it's right there.
Do we want to get in zone and then just
Let's just go.
let's go this way? Yeah, and then we'll try and fight. I just tried this zone way too many damn times.
30 seconds and the ring is close.
Bullseye. Enemy tracked. Opponent right here. Oh, opponent there? They should not have given up their position. Hey, Raga, let's go there. Jump tower over there. Time to fly. Take a set. I added the enemy's position to your map. Contradiction.
Let's head that way.
Optics here. Mid-range.
Attention, delivering care package. Care package coming down from the stars.
Bro, sorry, but no, don't. I'm sorry. I messed up my landing, bro.
You're good.
I was doing something. Just replicate.
I think I'm up there.
Round 3, beginning ring countdown.
Nice. Already in the next ring.
Attention, delivering replicator.
Replicator, dropping in. We don't abandon our own.
set for a movie he's starring in. Jonah Hill's Hollywood legacy is a strange one. He's undeniably one of the iconic comedic actors of his generation, responsible for hilarious performances that have lasted decades, yet the conversation around him rarely stays focused on his work for long. It always drifts back to his body, his personality, his relationships, anything but the thing that made people pay attention to him in the first place. And no matter what version of himself he presents, there's always a reason to critique it. If he leans into comedy, he's unserious. If he tries to evolve, he's pretentious. If he speaks his mind, he's toxic. And if he stays quiet, he's guilty. And that's the uncomfortable reality of his career. To a lot of people, comedy films. That stretch of early 2000s comedy movies was one of the greatest runs in history. But now, comedies are dead. But check out this video if you want to hear how that happened.
Not really. Actually, yeah, they haven't. I've seen it in a movie. Because everybody gets offended. Gonna do